Listen up, darlings. Hurt a Virgo, and you're not just breaking a heart. You're signing up for a karmic storm that'll haunt you for years. I've seen it unfold too many times, and trust me, the universe doesn't play when it comes to these quiet warriors of the Zodiac. Underestimate their calm exterior at your own peril, because beneath that composed surface lies a mind sharper than a blade and a memory that never forgets. Stick with me, because in peeling back the layers on why crossing a Virgo could be the biggest regret of your life. Now, let's dive a bit deeper, shall we? Ever wonder why Virgos seem so unbothered even when you've thrown shade their way? It's not that they don't feel it. Oh, they do, honey. But they're playing chess while you're stuck on checkers. They're the silent observers, cataloging every word, every sideways glance, every half-hearted apology. I've watched a Virgo friend sit through a dinner where her so-called bestie made snide comments about her obsessive organizing habits. She didn't flinch, just sipped her wine with a polite smile. But later, she told me she'd already decided to cut ties permanently. That's the thing. Virgos don't react in the heat of the moment. They retreat, analyze, and then act with surgical precision. Their pain isn't loud, but it's deep. And once they've drawn a line, good luck crossing back over. So, if you think you've gotten away with a jab, think again. Virgo's already 10 steps ahead, and the universe is taking notes. Let's unpack who they really are and why their quiet strength is a force you don't want to mess with. Virgos, my dears, are the unsung heroes of the Zodiac, born between August 23rd and September 22nd, ruled by Mercury, the planet of intellect and communication. They're earth signs, grounded to their core, with a knack for turning chaos into order. Picture this. They're the friend who shows up to your messy breakup with a color-coded plan to get your life back on track, complete with a spreadsheet of self-care activities and a playlist to cry it out. That's Virgo energy, practical, thoughtful, and fiercely loyal. But don't mistake their service-oriented nature for weakness. Their minds are like steel traps, archiving every detail of every interaction. I've seen a Virgo colleague remember a casual promise made in a meeting 3 years ago, down to the exact wording, and hold someone accountable for it. They're not just detail-oriented, they're detail-obsessed. And that includes noticing the tiniest shifts in your tone or behavior. Hurt them. And it's not just a personal slight, it's a data point in their mental database, filed under Do Not Trust Again. Their emotional depth is another layer people often miss. Virgos feel everything intensely, but they hide it behind a wall of composure. I recall a sweet Virgo gal I knew who spent months helping her partner through a career crisis. Late-night pep talks, researching job openings, even cooking comfort meals after his long days. But when he dismissed her efforts with a careless, "I could have done it myself," something in her shifted. She didn't yell or cry. She just stopped calling, stopped caring, stopped showing up. He didn't realize what he'd lost until weeks later, when he was drowning in his own mess without her quiet support. That's the Virgo way. When they're hurt, they don't lash out. They withdraw, and their absence becomes a void nothing can fill. And let's talk loyalty, because Virgos don't give it lightly. They're picky, with sky-high standards, Not because they're snobs, but because they invest so much of themselves in relationships. They'll analyze your character like a detective before letting you in. I've seen a Virgo hold off on dating someone for months, quietly observing how they treated waitstaff, how they handled stress, even how they spoke about their exes. Only when they're sure you're worth it do they open their heart. And once they do, they're all in. So when you betray that trust, it's not just a disappointment, it's a devastation. They'll rebuild their walls twice as high, and you'll never get back in. The universe sees that kind of betrayal as a crime against one of its purest souls. And trust me, karma's got a long memory too. Now, here's a twist to chew on. Think Virgos are too nice to fight back? Oh, sweetheart, their silence is their sharpest weapon. Ever notice how they go quiet after a slight? That's not them giving up. That's them recalibrating. I've watched a Virgo cut someone out of their life so cleanly, it's like they erased them from existence. No drama, no confrontation, just a cold, final detachment. A guy I knew once lied to his Virgo partner about a work trip that was really a weekend with an old flame. She didn't scream when she found out. She just packed his stuff while he was at work, left a note saying, "I deserve better," and changed the locks. When he tried to apologize, her silence was deafening. She didn't even look at him. That silence isn't forgiveness, it's judgment. It's Virgo saying, "You're no longer worth my energy," and letting the universe handle the rest. And believe me, the universe does. Months later, that same guy lost his job, his car broke down, and he admitted to me he felt cursed. Coincidence? I don't think so. Virgos are protected by a cosmic force, and their silence is the signal for karma to step in. So, if you've hurt one and they've gone quiet, brace yourself. The storm's just beginning. Let's build to the heart of it now, because hurting a Virgo isn't just about losing a person, it's about losing a rare kind of magic that you'll never find again. Their care is subtle, but profound. Think of the way they remember your coffee order, down to the exact sugar ratio, or how they quietly fix things in your life without ever asking for credit. I knew a Virgo mom who'd spend hours researching the best schools for her kid, cross-referencing test scores, teacher reviews, even commute times, all while working a full-time job. When her ungrateful ex dismissed her efforts as overkill, she didn't argue. She just pulled back, stopped planning, stopped caring, stopped being the glue that held their fractured family together. He only realized what he'd lost when he was fumbling through parent-teacher meetings alone, clueless about the kids' schedule. Acts the Virgo curse. Their absence reveals how much they carried, and no one else can replicate it. The pain they feel when hurt is a silent earthquake. They won't rant on social media or cry on your shoulder. They internalize it, dissecting every moment of the betrayal in their mind. I've sat with a Virgo after a fallout, watching her stare out the window for hours, not speaking, just processing. Later, she told me she was replaying every conversation, wondering where she went wrong, even though it wasn't her fault. That self-blame cuts deep, but it also fuels their resolve to never let it happen again. Once they've decided you're out, that's it. there's no appeal process. I've seen a Virgo forgive small slights with grace, but big betrayals? Never. A friend of mine ghosted her Virgo sister for months over a petty argument, thinking she'd get over it. When she finally reached out, the response was a polite but firm, "I wish you well, but I can't do this anymore." That door was shut for good, and the ghoster was left with nothing but regret. The universe mirrors that loss back to you every time you reach for support and find it gone. Every time life feels a little emptier. That's karma whispering, "You did this." And don't even get me started on their ability to see through lies. Virgos are human lie detectors, picking up on the slightest inconsistencies. I remember a Virgo catching a coworker in a fib about missing a deadline. She didn't call him out directly, just asked a few pointed questions about his emergency, watching him squirm as his story fell apart. She knew the truth before he even opened his mouth, because she'd already noticed his shifty eyes and the way he avoided her gaze. Hurt a Virgo with deception, and you're not just insulting their trust. You're underestimating their intelligence, and that's a double offense. They'll let you think you fooled them, but behind closed doors, they're done with you. And the universe? It's already cooking up a lesson to match. I've seen liars lose credibility, jobs, even relationships after crossing a Virgo. As if the cosmos itself said, "Not on my watch." So if you've got a secret you think they haven't clocked, think again. They've likely known all along, and the reckoning is coming. Now let's lighten the mood with a little aha moment, because losing a Virgo is like losing your personal life GPS. Suddenly, you're lost in the wilderness of your own bad decisions. Picture this. You've got a Virgo buddy who's always got your back, reminding you of deadlines, picking up your slack, even dropping little nuggets of wisdom like, "Hey, maybe don't text your ex at 2 a.m. They're the voice of reason you didn't even know you needed. Then you mess up, say something cruel in a heated moment, like brushing off their advice as nagging. Poof, they're gone. Not with a bang, but with a quiet step back. At first you're like, fine, I don't need. But a week later, you're forgetting appointments, spiraling into drama they would have warned you about, and burning toast because they're not there to say, "Turn the stove off, dummy." I've seen it happen. A guy I knew took his Virgo girlfriend's meticulous care for granted, rolling his eyes at her reminders. After they split, he missed a major bill payment, lost his gym membership for forgetting to renew, and even showed up to a date on the wrong day. He laughed about it later, but there was a hollow edge to it, like he knew no one else would ever fill that gap. It's almost funny how the little things Virgos do become the big things once they're gone, until you're the one fumbling through life, wishing you'd never opened your mouth. That's the cosmic giggle. You don't know what you've got till it's gone. And with a Virgo, that lesson hits like a brick. So, let's wrap this up, my lovely stargazers. Virgos are treasures. Quiet, loyal, razor-sharp souls who bring order and heart to everything they touch. Hurt them, and you're not just risking their trust. You're inviting a karmic void into your life, one that echoes with their absence in ways you'll feel for years. Respect them, cherish them, and never take their subtle magic for granted, because once it's gone, No amount of wishing will bring it back. If you've got a Virgo in your corner, hold on tight. And if you've crossed one, well, start making amends before the universe does it for you. And hey, if you want to keep hearing these cosmic truths, smash that like button and subscribe. It's the fuel that keeps me spilling the stars' secrets. Now tell me in the comments, have you ever crossed a Virgo, or are you one who's had to draw the line? I'm all ears for your stories.